The broadcast is now starting. All attendees are in listen-only mode.
All right, welcome everybody. Thank you for joining us in our webinar today. I think we're just gonna wait maybe one more minute to make sure everybody that wants to join in is able to. So just give us 1 minute. All right, I think we can get started here. So welcome everybody to our Kashoo 101 webinar. I know everybody loves talking accounting, but we're gonna try to take up as little of your time as possible today and just keep this webinar under 30 minutes for you guys. And then just to make sure you guys stay till the very end, we actually have a special offer for you guys at the end of the workshop. So make sure you stay tuned for that. For everybody that's attending, you can ask questions. So if you go to the side panel of your screen, there is a questions section. So make sure if you have any questions, just feel free to ask them at any time of the webinar, and I'll be there answering those questions for you. So today we're going to be covering kind of a brief overview on Kashoo and all of its features. So Tam, if you want to go to the next slide. Perfect. So we're just going to want to make sure to let you guys know all the things that you can do with Kashoo. So for example, tracking expenses, how to track your bills and payments, how you can take pictures of your receipts and keep them within your software, how you can invoice your clients, accept online payments, connect your bank accounts, and then obviously also see kind of the financial status of your business through our reports and insights. So yeah, Kashoo is an all-inclusive software, and it just kind of covers all of your back office tasks. So today we have Tam from our customer success team here to really delve into how to use Kashoo and how to set it up for you guys. So Tam?
Thanks for the introduction, Angel. And so again, I'd just like to welcome everyone to this 30-minute session. We really appreciate you taking the time out of your day to join us. And we hope that you'll have a lot to learn from this small session. But again, if you have any questions, you can ask them in the questions box, or you can email us at answers@kashoo.com, or you can chat with our support team. Just a quick background on myself. So my name is Tam, and I'm on the customer success team at Kashoo. I've been working here for just under 4 years. I've got a Bachelor of Commerce degree in accounting. I'm also currently a board member for a nonprofit organization. And I also enjoy traveling and learning about socioeconomics. If you guys have any tips at all about places to see or just different sites around the world, I'd be happy to hear those. I'm always open to suggestions. So at this moment, we'll just give you an outline of what we're going to cover today. So first of all, Kashoo is an amazing cloud-based accounting program. And the best thing about it is that it's very easy for you to collaborate with other people. So that could be other employees, or it could be your accountant or your bookkeeper. And the whole solution is very affordable. And if you look at all of the features that are in the program, you'll see that you get a lot of value compared to other programs. So for today, what we're going to just cover is we'll show you how to set up a Kashoo account. So we're going to just walk through an example of a business that is starting up and needs to do some certain actions that they need to do for their business. So the first thing we'll look at is how to create an invoice and send it to a client. The next thing we'll look at is how to record your income and expenses. We're also going to take a look at checking your upcoming bills so that you're keeping track of your cash flow and making sure that your business is operating smoothly. And lastly, we'll just create some reports, and we'll talk about some of the more important reports that you should be looking at. And throughout the whole session, we'll give you some helpful tips as well. So at this moment, we'll just jump right into the software program. So I'm just going to switch over here. And so now you'll see that I'm on the Kashoo website. So this is kashoo.com. And for those of you who are brand new or haven't signed up yet, we do have a free 14-day trial. So if you're interested, all you need to do is just put in your email address here and get started. And you can start a free 14-day trial, and there's no credit card required for that. So at this moment, I've already got my business in Kashoo. So I'm just going to go to the login button, which is on the top right corner. And so to log in, all you need is your email and a password. And so basically, this is my example business here that I've got, but I just wanted to show you guys, you know, some of the things that a typical business will need to do. So in my example, my business has a few clients and I need to send them some invoices. So before I actually go there, I just want to show you the kind of layout that we have in the system. So if you look in the main section of the screen there in the center, you'll see that this is your general workspace. This is where you do all of your data entry. This is where you can enter transactions, you can review them, you can do all of your actions within this section. On the left-hand side, you'll see that at the top is your business name. And if you've got multiple businesses, you can just click on that and switch between them. And down below, we've got three main sections where you can do all of your actions. We've got a list area, and then you've also got the reports. Now on the far right side of the screen, this is what we call the mini reports. And so this gives you just a quick glimpse into the status of your accounts or of your reports. So you can see my year-to-date information. It breaks down my income and expenses. It also shows my net income at the moment. And it's got real-time balances in my accounts based on all the transactions that I've entered in. So this is a great area to look at if you're just trying to verify your information, or if you just want to have a quick glimpse to see where your business actually stands, so that you have a lot of insight and a better way for you to make decisions going forward. Now at this moment, I'll just show you guys how to create an invoice. So in my example here, my business just wants to send an invoice to a client. And at the top here, you've got the option to select a client. So you can either add a client or you can just select from one of your existing clients in the list. So at this moment, what I want to do is just select one of my existing clients here. Now, just below that, you've got the option to select a project. And if you want to, you can set up projects to track things like different departments or different locations or different employees as well. For example, if you've got a sales team, you can set them up as a project, and that helps you actually track your profitability between each project. So that's a really great feature. For this example, though, I'm not going to use that. Now on the right side, you can see that the invoice number is automatically entered, but if you want to, you can also just use your own numbering format. Underneath that, you have the option to select the date of the invoice. So I'm just going to leave it as today's date. Underneath that is the due date of when I expect to be paid. So if I just click on the calendar there, you'll see that you've got a list of terms. So these are default terms that you can select, like 30 days, 60 days, 90 days, or you can just simply select from the calendar, or you can even just type it in into that field on your keyboard. So for this example, I'm just going to say this is due within 30 days. And so it automatically sets the date to October 20th. That's when I expect to be paid. And now I can actually just list the items that are on my invoice. So I'm just going to come down to the category, and I'm just going to select one of my income accounts here. And I'm just going to say this is for a wedding photo session. And my price here, I'm just going to make this $258.99, and I'm just going to select a tax. So I've already got my sales tax set up, and for this example, I'm just going to select a 5% federal tax. And as soon as you've done that, if you want to, you can keep adding more items down below. But for this example, I'm pretty happy with what I've entered in right now. It's got all of the relevant information I need, and you can see that it gives you a quick breakdown here of the subtotal, the taxes, and the total amount due. And if you want to, you can also add some notes underneath, but I'm just going to click on Add Invoice. And then as soon as you do that, you'll see at the top, you've got a quick notification bar where you can click on some links, but that only lasts a few seconds. So you can still just scroll down and open that invoice from the transaction list. So here it is, September 20th. And so now you have another view at that invoice. So if you wanted to change it or edit something, you can always do that and resave it. But for this specific instance, all I want to do is email it to my client. But before I actually do that, one of the great things in Kashoo is that you can add your own logo. So you can add a logo onto your invoices and make them look a lot more professional. So I'm just going to do that right now and show you how that works. So if you scroll down and click on Edit Invoice Template here on the bottom right, you can see that we've got a host of different template styles that you can choose from. I'm just going to keep my sunrise template for now, and I'm going to scroll down and add a logo down below here. And so once you've selected that, you can just hit Upload Logo. And if you want to see a quick preview of that logo, you can just hit the preview area, select an example there, and you can see that my logo has been successfully uploaded. And I'm happy with how it looks. So at this moment, I'm just going to scroll down and hit Save. And then I'm just going to exit out of there. So hit the back button. So now I'm happy with the way that my invoice looks, and now I'm actually ready to send it out to my customer. So all I have to do now is click on the email button. So you'll see it just above this blue save button down below. You have the option to email or to download a PDF. So I'm just going to email that out right now, and you'll see that a little pop-up box appears, and you can send it to whoever you want to. And you can also add other emails as well. You also have the option to edit your subject field as well as your message. So you can customize whatever you want to say to that client or customer so that it's very professional, and you can include all of the information you need. Once you're happy with that, all you have to do is hit send, and that email is sent. Now, just a quick tip here. If you want to check and see whether you've sent an email to someone or not, you can quickly just scroll down here, and you'll see under the comments area, it actually gives you a timestamp of what happened. So if you've sent an email to someone, it'll actually show that with the timestamp and the date. And so that's a great way to just make sure that all of your activity is up to date. And if you want to add any other internal notes, you can just add a comment down below, and all of that will be saved on that particular transaction. Another quick tip here is you have the option to upload attachments. So on any transaction in Kashoo, you can upload any file you want, whether it's a copy of receipts or whether it's just an extended attachment that you want to upload. You can add any of those files just by dragging them or selecting them on your computer. And if you're using the mobile version of Kashoo, you can do that directly from your iPad or iPhone as well. So again, that's a really great feature that you typically don't find in other programs, or if you do, you'll find them for a very high fee. So I'm just going to show you guys here what that invoice looks like. So I'm just going to download it here. And now if you see it on the screen, you can see what that invoice looks like based on the template I've chosen. It's got my business information on the top right corner. It's got the logo. It's got the client's information here down below, and then it's got all of the relevant information I want to relate to that client. And that's what they'll see in the email that they receive. All right, so that's just a really quick way for you to get started. In less than 5 minutes, you can easily log into Kashoo, start up your business, and start sending invoices to your clients. And in addition, you can also accept payments online as well. So if you're interested in setting up online credit card payments, you can just go to the settings on the top right corner, and you can just sign up for Kashoo payments, and you can easily get paid through Visa, MasterCard, Discover, or American Express. Now, once you're done with creating invoices, another thing that you might want to do for my business is actually enter some past income and expenses. So before I actually look at my reports to see how my business is doing, I just want to make sure that all of my transactions are actually entered in. So here you can see there's two tabs. You can either enter income or enter expense, and the layout is the same. So that makes it very simple for you to do your data entry very quickly. So here I'm just going to record some income transactions here, and I'm just going to say this was deposited into my bank account, and I'm just going to select the date. I'll say this was done last week on September 12th, and I'm just going to quickly add my income, and just like that, it's been added in. I'm just going to do another quick one here, just so that I've got some transactions when I pull up my reports. And for this one, I'm just going to select my, so I'm going to add two different taxes here. So I'm going to add a 5% federal and a 7% provincial tax. Kashoo allows you to combine multiple taxes at once. And if you're interested in learning more about that, you can either just click on the help section, or you can contact our support team about that. All right, and now I'm just going to switch to the expense side, and I'm just going to add an expense transaction. I'll pay this for my, let me change that to my credit card. So I'm paying this from my Visa. Let's say this happened on the 17th of September, and I'm just going to add the taxes there as well. And so you can see how quickly it is for you to just record any of your past business activity. So, each week you can spend 20 or 30 minutes just entering in your transactions. And just like that, you're able to get a better picture on how your business is doing just by spending those 20 or 30 minutes. Now, at this moment, I'm actually interested in seeing if I've got any upcoming bills. So to do that, there's two ways. You can either go to the bills to pay page. So I'm just going to click on that here on the left. And you can scroll down to the transactions list. And for each transaction, you'll see there's a status column. And you can see whether or not that bill has been paid or if it's overdue. So you can see that I've got quite a few bills here that are overdue. And I've got, I can just flip over to the next page, and you can see how many transactions are overdue. But there's a better way of actually checking that out. You can actually just go to the reports area and click on the unpaid bills report. And so here you can select the date that you want to look at. So I'm just going to leave it as today's date, and it will list all of the suppliers that you owe money to, and it will show whether those are current bills or whether they're overdue. So the next column here is 1 to 30 days overdue. The next one is 31 to 60 days overdue, 61 to 90 days. And then you can see that here I've got quite a bit of bills that are more than 90 days due. So I should be taking a closer look at this to make sure that I've got enough money to pay all of these so that I don't incur any interest, and I can make sure that my business keeps running. So if you wanted to get more in-depth information about a particular supplier and the bills that you owe, for example here, if I wanted to look at Bal Canada, all you have to do is just click on that supplier, and that takes you to the supplier's profile. You can scroll down, and again, it shows you a list of transactions and the status of each transaction. But a really great report that is in Kashoo is called the Supplier Statement. And you can also do this for your clients as well. So here I'm just going to generate a supplier statement, and I'm just going to select a summary as of today. And that summary will show me what's currently outstanding. And so I can get a very quick report that shows me all of the relevant information I need. And I'm just going to open it up now. And you can see on the screen now, it gives you a full breakdown of all of the outstanding bills that you owe for this particular supplier. So again, this is a very helpful report. We highly recommend it, and it helps you with your cash flow situation. It gives you all of the information you need in terms of when that bill was issued, the bill number, the due date, the details, the amount that's owed, and how much you've paid, in case you might have paid it in installments, or if you've got some advance deposits in there. It will show how much has actually been paid so far and the due amount in the last column there. So again, this is really great in terms of just getting a better understanding of your business, and it gives you that control into knowing all of the numbers up front so that you can take action quickly. And so at this moment, for my business, the last thing I want to look at is just my income statement. And that actually shows me how well my business is doing. So I need to know whether I'm making money or whether I'm losing money. And I'm just going to scroll down here. So I'm going to click on income statement. This is also called the profit and loss statement. And so it basically shows a summary of all of the income as of today. So this is for my current fiscal year from January 1st to September 20th, and it breaks down all of my income and all of my expenses. And then at the very bottom, it shows the net income. And so you can see here that I'm actually in the plus or positive. So I'm happy that my business is actually making a profit at the moment. And I can actually take this information, for example, I can take it to a bank and request for a line of credit or a loan, or if I need that information for whatever reason, or even for reporting taxes, you can generate this report to file your taxes or to provide it to anyone who's requesting it. And if you look up top, you'll see that you've got different formats that you can select. So you can choose comparison reports, you can choose a custom date range. There's so many different ways that you can actually generate this report, whether you want to look at it month by month or whether you want to compare last year versus this year. All of that is included. So you can easily just click on, for example, this month. So I can look at my activity for this month, and I can compare it to the same period from last year. So just seeing how well my business is doing right now, I can easily get that breakdown. Or if I want to, I can switch and look at a quarterly report and see how well I'm doing this quarter compared to the previous 3 quarters. So again, this is really insightful, really helpful, and with the click of a button, you can get all of the information you need to help your business run smoothly. Now, in addition to that, you can export these reports. So you've got the option of exporting to Excel or CSV, HTML, PDF, or Google Sheets. And I'm just going to select this PDF option so you can take a look at it. And you can quickly print this out and just use it for yourself, or you can share it with other people as well. And so on that note, that concludes the overview on Kashoo, and just highlighting some of the key items that you'd want to focus on, whether it's tracking your income and expenses, checking out your bills, or making sure that your business is actually making money. So all of that is at your fingertips just by logging in. We highly recommend that you log into Kashoo at least once a week if you can, if not every day, and make sure that you're keeping all of your records up to date. And for now, I'm just going to switch back over to Angel, and she'll just tell you a little bit more about Kashoo as well as the iOS app.
Perfect. Thanks, Tam. So one of my favorite parts of Kashoo is definitely being able to take my accounting software on the go. So whether that's on my phone or on my tablet, especially me being somebody who works remotely, I think it's so important for to have that ability to kind of enter your expenses on the go, to take a photo of your receipts so you never lose them. And if I'm with a client, I can quickly invoice them from both my phone and my tablet. I can quickly record an income, so that way I'm never behind on my bookkeeping, and that is so important to me. Of course, we know that small business owners do typically use a bunch of different softwares just to kind of have that complete package to handle everything their business needs. So Kashoo does have a lot of add-ons and integrations as well. So we do payroll, FreshBooks, Square, Stripe, and a couple of other ones. So if you are currently using any of those programs, you can just integrate them flawlessly with Kashoo and use it all together. So talking a little bit about the cost of Kashoo, I know somebody asked this question in the questions area as well, but Kashoo for 12 months, so for the annual plan, does cost $199. So that equals to about $16.58 per month. Of course, there is the 14-day trial, which is free. You don't need to enter your credit card. You can cancel it at any time, just so you can kind of look into the software a little bit, see if it's what you need. And then, of course, if you do decide to subscribe to our annual plan for the $199, and maybe 3 months down the road, you realize, okay, my business doesn't need a software right now, or maybe this isn't the right software for me, we will return you back your money like for the rest of the months that you haven't used. So I know I mentioned a special offer at the end of the workshop. So if to all of our attendees at this workshop, if you sign up today, we will provide a free setup session for you. So one of our amazing customer success teams will get in contact with you, and we'll get your entire business set up within Kashoo for you. So all of your chart of accounts, your opening balances, we can get your customers and vendors set up for you, just to make the process really smooth and easy for you. Of course, if you want to get in touch, you can reach out to our customer success team either by phone. You can tweet us at Kashoo Online on Twitter, or you can even email us at answers@kashoo.com. So yeah, if you have any more questions or you need help, make sure to just hit us up, and we will get back to you as soon as we can. But yeah, that pretty much concludes our workshop for today. I just want to thank everybody for attending. Thanks for taking time out. I hope this was really helpful for you guys. And of course, don't hesitate to contact us if you have any more questions. And that's all. Thank you, everybody.